all you cool cats and kittens. It's me, Sergeant Stanford. Just kidding. But you all know who's going to be doing all the talking today. General Walker, the Phoenix, and Chief Chaddock, the Chief. We're going to be visiting our hard-working airmen at entomology today. So, let's get to the reason you're all here. The Phoenix and the Chief.
Hey, thanks, Amanda. I want to start by saying farewell and safe travels to the Triple Nickel. They've had a great deployment here. It's been a long deployment for them. They've moved twice, really, because they moved back before Christmas where they thought they were going home, and then they ended up getting their team back together at Al-Udeid before they eventually moved here. It's past their time here, and I'm really glad to say that they're going to get to go home, even though it's under austere conditions with the COVID restrictions. They're going to get to go home to their families and friends, and they've done great work. You know, I've flown a number of both combat and training sorties with them, and I can tell you firsthand they've really lived up to their nickname of being world famous and highly respected. So once again, thanks guys, and safe travels back home.
Absolutely. Hey, we have hosted 2 fighter squadrons since being here, the 494th and the Triple Nickel. Both fighter squadrons have done some exceptional things. We've flown over 900 missions. We've had about 5 units do coalition training with our partners. They've been doing some wonderful things. In addition to our coalition training, we built, 749 structures inside the life support area to support the operations that we've been doing in and around the AOR. So phenomenal work being done not only by the fighter squadrons, but our teammates associated with the 378th Air Expeditionary Wing.
Yeah, and that's just going to continue. It's not just about the Triple Nickel leaving, it's about other replacements that are coming in that will accommodate. And this is going to be going on at the same time that we're entering into the season of Ramadan. And this is a big Islamic holiday. So the dates are 24 April to about the 24th of May, and it includes that Muslims fast, including food and drink, even water, from sunrise and sunset. So we need to keep that in the front of our mind as we go into Ramadan season and be sensitive to the local culture as they're going through that.
Absolutely. Hey, so when it comes to Ramadan, and this is making my 4th Ramadan in 25 years, I remember being Airman Chaddock, riding around as a young defender, and I would want to be polite to my my partner. So I would just discreetly walk away and I would eat my sandwich or drink my water because their Islamic faith, they're really true to that, and we want to be kind to our Muslim partners riding in a vehicle with us if we're working in that proximity. If we're just working in an office, make sure that you're just paying attention and you're just doing what it takes to be good friends to build that partnership capacity that we've been trying to achieve over the last couple of months of being here at Prince Sultan. Make sure we're being good partners and we're doing our part to build the partnership capacity with our friends and allies here.
Wishing them Ramadan Mubarak is a great way, and it's kind of like saying Happy Ramadan.
Hey boss, we have been doing a lot of cleaning up around here. I know that the Rising Four has done about 3 base cleanups. Is there anything you want to talk about keeping the critters away?
Yeah, so there's a chain of life, and it plays out right here on our little camp. And if there is food, the food attracts critters. So like mice, right? And then come on Amanda, what do the mice attract?
Snakes.
Snakes!
Yeah.
Just the other day, the entomology guys brought a venomous snake by to show me the venomous snake that they found up by the front ECP. So what I think we ought to do, Chief, is let's go out on site and talk to the entomology guys about this and see what they're cooking up.
I'm excited. This is a tremendous dynamic duo. 2 people taking care of the life support area and Ops Town.
And the Pats and Thads.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Hi, this is Brigadier General Walker. We are out here, Sergeant Stanford, with Sergeant Bartlett from
Entomology.
From
Pest Management, CE.
what base?
Oh, Altus.
Altus by the Sea. So it's actually a move up for you to deploy to PSAP.
Yes, sir.
And you're originally from?
Florida.
Florida?
Yes, sir.
Well, I don't have anything clever to say there.
No.
And?
Senior Carrillo.
From?
Altus, Oklahoma Air Force Base.
Is there anybody at Altus working on termites right now, or are you guys it?
No, we're it. There's a civilian.
Okay. To the Altus Wing Commander, I'm sorry, but I'm glad that I have your troopers. All right. So
the Chief, hey, thanks. They're a dynamic duo. We appreciate them. They're killing it here. literally killing it.
All right. So what's the plan? Where do you want to go?
So, Chief Chaddock, we're out on site right now with entomology from civil engineering. Me and the boss are about to do a foundation inspection of one of the tent frames. So we're checking it for termites, believe it or not.
You're looking for mud tubes, anything similar that looks like sawdust on the outside. The big issue that we're running into is the AC units. They create moisture and they drain, and termites need moisture.
That's just sand. Thought I found something, but it was just sand from the wind.
The thing about this is it's two birds, one stone, because while we're looking under the flaps, we can also see trails of mice. If you look right here.
Yeah, mouse critter.
Yes,
mouse
sir.
hole.
Yes, sir. And some of them, depending on the severity of the mouse, you can see the tracks. And usually, if you're unsure if there's rodent activity, you put down a tracking powder. Well, luckily, because we're in the desert, there's tracking powder everywhere. With the sand, so you can see that we have mice. So just under the tent, it's just an ample opportunity for them to live and thrive. It's shade, it's cool. They're just trying to escape the heat like the rest of us. But what makes it really bad is if you have sanitation. Poor sanitation makes it really bad. So you're keeping food, trash, nesting materials, anything that a mouse can use, that causes more issues for you and for them and then for us. People is our biggest problem.
So we're out here looking for termites, and we're finding other pests to include humans that are causing us some problems here at Prince Sultan Air Base.
Any top tips for the base population on how to minimize flies? It's going to be the same.
Trash. Take your trash out.
Trash and food.
Yeah. Eating in your tent, I mean, you're gonna invite everything in that you don't want.
Right.
So you're gonna get mice bring in snakes, trash brings in mice, trash brings in flies. So you just clean up, take your trash out. You're gonna save yourself a lot of heartache, save us a lot of work.
As well as don't pour out any sticky substances, anything in between the tents, the food products, and try to throw it out the back door of the tent instead of taking it out the front door and putting it in the garbage receptacle.
Yeah. Yes.
So the bottom line here is we're all creatures of convenience, right? That's why when we're not deployed, you have an ensuite bathroom and your kitchen's right around the corner and you got garbage disposals and all of these conveniences that are available to us that we don't have here. And the reason why we don't have them here is not just because we don't have the infrastructure, it's because we need to keep the critters that we want to be kept away. So help us out a little bit and make sure that you're following the community standards, eating in the chow hall so that we can minimize any pest control problems, flies, snakes, mice, scorpions, by not having that stuff in your tent.
Do you guys have any questions that the general or the chief could answer that have been, bugging your brain or something you want to know?
Ooh, she's got one. She's just figuring to try to, well, how am I going to ask it? Come on.
I mean, there's a lot going on with COVID, and you don't want to ask a super, general question, but how is it going to affect the July deployers? And when are the April deployers? When can they expect answers?
I think the April deployers, the heart of the envelope for April deployers to redeploy, so that'd be the people that showed up in November. I think those cats are going to primarily go home in June, and I think July is still an open question. So the folks who got here in January, will they go home on time in July? I think it's too soon to tell. I think there's a chance that they'll go home on time. I think there's a chance that they'll get hemmed up in the stop movement and may not go home on time. They may get extended.
Just really appreciate hanging out with entomology. Hey, you think that you know a job and you want to take care of things. Get out of your hooch, get out of your work centers, go hang out with some of your fellow airmen that are doing some things. Pest management, eradication, entomology, there are technicians on the yard that are taking care of our pest management problem. And it requires a certain amount of science and skill and technique as well as patience. So if you want to work on any of those techniques, come join up with CE. Get over there, get involved, get engaged, learn your wingman's job.
Awesome. Well, thanks for spending some time with us, guys. Hope you enjoy the rest of the day, and happy hunting.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Good luck.
Thanks for the information, guys, and thanks for everything you do to keep the camp safe and clean and for me to sleep more soundly at night. Man in the Sand questions are always welcome, so feel free to hit us up if you have one. Stay tuned for the next episode, April 29th. Until then, stay sandy and stay safe.